Detective Professor Lore here, ready to catch the naughty. And today we will focus on the very thing that almost ruined Fortnite, caused hundreds of developers to lose their job, then took away so much of Fortnite's personality like the live events, and most importantly, it broke my heart. How dare you! In this investigation, we're gonna find out everything that the Metaverse took away from Fortnite. Why exactly it's a really bad idea that could have been done way better. Or how it was a huge waste of money. Or even how I would have done the idea instead of Fortnite. And finally, how it's turning Fortnite into the China of gaming. As I, the Detective Professor Lore, will guide you through this. First of all, regarding why I'm even making this video against the Fortnite Metaverse. Well, recently Team Sweeney had an interview that got released, and based on what I read from it, my mindset is that this is the best time to criticize Fortnite and tell them what you want from the game. Because apparently the Metaverse is not performing as well as Team Sweeney, the owner of Epic Games, was expecting it to.
What a wonderful day!
So more than ever before, they're probably willing to listen to the things that the community says and make changes to the game based on it. That's also probably why Chapter 6 is just so much better than Chapter 5 was. And just how much more it feels like Fortnite is listening to us in this chapter. The Chapter 6 is basically proof that Fortnite has decided to bring back resources into the core of this game. And with this video, we can make sure that Fortnite keeps bringing back resources into the core of this game, so it can once again be as good as it was in Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. This is our last chance to go against the Metaverse, so please listen carefully and think about the things I'm gonna say, or I'm gonna detective smack you. The interview that I talked about is regarding two things. One, how the Fortnite and Apple fight, the whole thing mainly happened because of the Metaverse, and how Team Sweeney thinks that for the Metaverse idea to actually be successful, Apple needs to get rid of the 30% money they take from every purchase made on App Store. But the sad thing is how billions of dollars have been wasted on this fight. And I say wasted because so far it's just been a losing fight. The 30% cut that Epic Games is talking about exists within every single app store that is out there. Steam does it, so does Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. So like, why exactly Epic Games is only going after like Apple and Google and not just like Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and all of these ones instead? Sony, the owner of PlayStations, is big partners with Epic Games, so they can't even really go after that one. The same thing goes for Xbox. These two companies do like a lot together, and if Epic Games ever goes against them, basically just say goodbye to the guys that own computers. Then on Nintendo's side, those guys are basically like the masters of suing people. Ain't no way anyone is gonna be dumb enough to fight Nintendo. No, it's never gonna happen. While then talking about Steam, the most popular game launcher. Fortnite or any of the Epic Games own games, none of them are on that platform. So like, why would Epic even care? They're doing this for themselves. They're not like, no. Why would they go against Steam? Who cares? Epic Games is doing this not because it's the right thing to do, which is obvious. They are fighting Apple because these two have never had a good relationship together. And the most amount of money for gaming is spent on mobile, not consoles. So basically there you go. That's it. Epic Games just wants to like take all the money for themselves. They don't want Apple to be like, shoo, go away, do not touch 30%, how dare you, my money. But why do I see the billions of dollars spent on fighting Apple as a waste? Because basically everybody knew from the start that Epic is gonna fail, because like the logic behind the thing that they're doing, it doesn't completely make sense. So even if I was the judge, I would be like, why are you not going after like Sony too? Why are you not going after Microsoft? How about Steam? They're also doing the same thing. What are you even talking about right now? And Team Sweeney also confirmed that Fortnite is actively funding the legal fees against Apple. So just imagine how the V-Bucks you were buying or wanting to support the game, all of it just got wasted on a random fight that everybody from the start knew that Epic is gonna lose. And they did lose. They fell, and all of the billions of dollars, they're just burnt, while also causing Fortnite to be removed from the App Store for like 3 or 4 years. And even that alone made Fortnite lose like so much money because of it. Since again, the most amount of money people spent on game is on mobile, so like Fortnite just like lost all of that money that they could have made in those years, which is honestly just like so sad. So just think about the crazy things that Fortnite could have made for us by now with those billions of dollars if they didn't fight Apple for no reason. And you might finally see why like this whole thing makes Professor Detective Lore so mad, cause like this is basically like the scene from the Batman movie, Joker burning money, cause yay, why not?
What's about sending a message?
Now the second thing said here is regarding how apparently Team Sunny refuses to use the word Metaverse anymore. Remember how he used to say it every single day and dream of it since chapter 2? Team Sunny not using the word Metaverse anymore would be like if Donald Mustard stopped talking about the live events, or if Nike went from just do it to just please don't do it. I beg you. Don't do it. That is basically just not normal. Something must have happened to make Team Sunny be like, maybe I should backtrack, not like focus so much on the Metaverse idea, or even like say its name. That something is how Metaverse did not perform as good as he was hoping. You could say that it basically failed as an idea. But for now, let's go through every single thing that this idea took away from us. First, my heart. My soul, my pride in being a Fortnite player and being like a huge fan of it. You cheated on me with Metaverse. It has been confirmed by Team Sunny himself how close to 900 devs lost their job in Epic Games because the Metaverse idea is way too expensive and they can't really afford it. So instead of lowering the work on the Metaverse and kind of just chilling out with it for a little bit, they chose to make human sacrifices instead. I wonder why 900 developers will lose their job when you waste billions of dollars on fighting Apple and give like, I don't know, the pit and just random people $300 million every year instead of paying your own devs. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Donald Mustard, the guy who worked with Steve Jobs himself in the past and also the creator of Fortnite. Also the guy who is always focused on coming up with new innovation ideas on how to tell stories different from anyone else. Making him create the live storyline events, or creating a map that constantly changes every single week story-wise to make you feel like this is an actual real breathing place that exists. Or the guy who came up with an idea of how to give live service game sequels by doing the Black Hole End event and shutting down the game for 3 days, then saying welcome to Fortnite 2, which was like such a cool moment to go through. That was epic. Donald Mustard also quit Epic Games to work on movies instead, and the reasoning for that was actually confirmed by himself to be Epic Games told him that the Metaverse is in need of more resources, and they chose to get rid of the live event and the storyline team, so instead they like all of those resources go into the Metaverse. And right there, Donald Mustard tells Epic Games that live events are the magic of this game, and without the magic, Fortnite is just not what he created it to be anymore. So he chose to pack his bag up and leave. And it's also said how like before that happened, Donald Mustard was coming up with like new ways to tell stories never done before, just like how the live events or weekly map changes. He was coming up with even more new ideas for like the storytelling. So he chose to leave Fortnite and come up with innovative ideas for movies instead, sacrificing the legend who created your game and worked with Steve Jobs himself, all for an idea that you don't even want to say its name anymore. That's gotta be one of the worst ideas I've ever seen, almost like the time that Apple threw Steve Jobs out. Limited time modes were confirmed many times to have been sacrificed for the sake of UEFN, because Epic Games address the players making the minigames instead. But here is my issue with this one. The players have not and will never be able to make LTMs as good as Air Royale or the Thanos one or Spy Games, the Marvel Season 4 one and so on. I mean, we're talking about things made by the best developers out there, some of which used to work on God of War Ragnarok, one of the best games ever made. I want fleshed out dope experiences to enjoy with my friends. So I don't really agree with this whole idea of sacrificing LTMs for the sake of like random people making them for us instead. Those random people did not make God of War. They will never be able to cook as hard as these people can. So no, give me back my LTMs. And I'm not just talking about like bringing back older LTMs. No. Make me new ones. I wanna try out actually new experiences like back then. Battle Labs and Custom Battle Royale were confirmed to be sacrificed so the creative team of Epic Games can only focus on UEFN and nothing else.
Why would Epic do this? I'll tell it to you straight. Creative Royale was deleted from existence to fuel the ever-growing and ever-expanding metaverse that Fortnite is becoming. Epic is more focused on the future than arguably the player base's feelings at this point. They want to push towards this metaverse they want to create so badly. to the point where they are willing to sacrifice beloved modes in Fortnite to fulfill this vision that they have.
This sucks because a custom BR is like something that exists in legit every single PvP game out there. It's the norm. Every game has it. So like, maybe you just want to explore the map after every update to just like discover secrets and have fun without other players annoying you. Or who knows, maybe you're like me and you have like terabytes of like replay shots in Fortnite. Like every day you go out there for your videos, you see like, wow, pretty, let me take a replay shot. But now I have to record them in a normal game, and you have no idea how much torture, how much pain, how much depression it is. Now on to our really sad loss. This one I'm gonna talk about right now was basically the breakpoint for me. It was like, this is exactly what made me go from the biggest simp of Fortnite, the guy who used to like protect and defend this game every single day, to now this. The guy who is hated for criticizing Fortnite too much. There is a reason for that. A former Epic Games developer revealed how they forcibly removed most of the main people who used to work and make the Fortnite lore as amazing as it used to be. Or a lot of those people like Donald Mustard chose themselves to leave. Basically not liking the company at all anymore because of the Metaverse and not wanting to work there anymore. Hearing how that team, with so much potential to cook some of the best things ever in gaming, they were like forcibly removed. That word hurts me so much. This is why the quality of Fortnite lore has been so much worse than it used to be. Imagine making the Flip Side or the Zero Bloom or the Batman Zero comics like this masterpiece. Or the Foundation Sacrifice, the Mothership and the Skyfire, the Galactus live event. Just so the company you worked for be like, but we don't really like you anymore, so bye bye.
Okay, that is the last time you were gonna pull that crap.
As I said before, we lost the live events, which used to be the main thing Fortnite was praised for, because it was just such a magical experience loved by every single person, to the point that people used to make fun of other games like Call of Duty and Destiny to be like, hey, look at what Fortnite does, look at like the cool amazing things that the players there get, why can't you guys cook like them? That used to be the Fortnite that I loved, the Fortnite that would do things that no other game would do, the Fortnite that innovated, like did the coolest things that were jaw-dropping. The Flip Side, again, like those, no other game would do those things. But Metaverse, anyone could copy other games, anyone could make the Metaverse, no one can make the live events. That's the difference. Now on to weekly map changes, probably the second most loved thing about Fortnite. What made people have so many lovely memories from chapter 1 and what made us feel attached to the game and its world. Do you see how much people praise chapter 1? It's because of the weekly map changes, the cool things that they used to do with the story, the meteor in the sky, the meteor that crashed into the ground, the desert in chapter 5 with how Drift was a real life person being brought into the game, such a cool idea. The polar peak slowly melting more and more until like a monster gets released from it, so a mech and a monster fight happens. That's why the chapter 1 of Fortnite is so loved by so many people. And why I want that back. I don't want to be nostalgic towards chapter 1, I want chapter 6 and 7 of Fortnite to be just as good as chapter 1 was. Or why just as good? Even better. I mean the cubes that used to go around the world corrupting it and just like the cool things they used to do. Or the cube flying around to do crazy magical things. Watching the ice of polar peak slowly melt to reveal like extremely cool secrets. The keys of the vault going around doing extremely cool things, or the Imagine Order digging to find this place. Season X having entire new locations every single week of the game, brought here with like Rift weekends. Iron Man's factory being dropped on the map so he builds jet buses on there, and watching Galactus slowly get closer and closer to the map. The world of Fortnite dying more and more as cube babies are being born and a huge pyramid of death is formed in the center of the map. The Imagine Order preparing up their resources to build a huge collider that would end the entire world. That's how you do weekly map changes, something that is actually unique and interesting. Not a random factory that I like could care less after a single day. The loss of the cosmetic rarities because Epic Games didn't want to bother with putting the rarity system on the new cosmetic types. That based on the poll that I did in Twitter, people rarely buy any of these new cosmetic types because of course they would rather keep their money for the cooler things like the skins. Especially Lego sets. Apparently people hate those badly because of course it makes sense. If you want a Lego set, go buy one in real life. Why would you buy one in Fortnite? What is cool about that? Why not like give that thing to people by playing Lego itself as a reward?
Money!
But you gotta understand, even if you think that the rarity loss is not really a big deal, it still became and was part of the Fortnite culture. Calling iconic parts of the Fortnite system outdated is genuinely so disrespectful to like where Fortnite came from, where everything started from. And that's exactly my big issue with this company. They just don't understand whatsoever how important it is to respect the history and the culture of your game. But another issue with the cosmetics is the prices. Back then I used to flex on people how Fortnite has the most fair pricing in any game ever. But there is just nothing that Metaverse can't ruin. Nothing. Everything I love about this game, they keep taking and even more. There's nothing left. Now, every single time a new cosmetic type is added, it feels like Fortnite has become so focused on realism to the point that they make you pay just as much as in real life just to give you like more of a realistic experience. All the graphics and everything, let's make that feel like real life. Why not the prices too?
Bastard needs you!
It feels like every single time a new cosmetic type is released, we sadly have to bully Epic Games into making the prices fair. But the sad thing is that recently they're refusing to make the prices of the shoes make sense and be fair. The UI design of Fortnite also lost all of its soul and personality to instead just become the most basic, any amount of creativity ever made, while ugly rounded corners making it look like exactly the most generic apps in the App Store. Funny how Team Sunny hates Apple so much, but just like Apple, they throw their like big brains out and also they make their game look like App Store. So like, are you okay? Now look at the extremely corporate looking key art. Then look at the extremely beautiful animated key art of Marvel Rivals and how unique and filled with creativity this whole thing and just the entire UI of Marvel Rivals is, with a place where you can find and complete your older battle passes in too. Now look at this soulless, emotionless UI of Fortnite. We could have had this. We could have had one of the like most filled with like personality, love and cool ideas ever in a UI design, but no, we have this instead. Generic, garbage, rounded corners, disgusting garbage. I wanna see it die. I don't wanna see this exist. Now let's talk about why the Metaverse is even a terrible idea and why exactly it failed Team Sunny's expectations to the point that he doesn't even want to say the word anymore. Let's start with what even the idea of Fortnite Metaverse is, because most people actually don't know what it even means. They think that Reload, OG, those are Metaverse, right? No. They're not. I'm gonna explain to you what exactly Fortnite Metaverse means. The whole idea is made out of two core parts. One of them is UEFN, allowing people to create user-generated content so they replace LTMs. But the most important part of this Metaverse idea, the part that I'm focused on is, since the chapter 2 of Fortnite, this is what Team Sunny himself has said about his Metaverse idea. It is basically where every game can exist in the same place. So Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite itself, and many other games. You can just change a mode and play all of them in the same place. Which he also talks about how making that many games is impossible for Fortnite, it's way too expensive. So they chose to give offerings to every single big company, telling them that hey, give us $1 billion and we will make you a game in Fortnite. Wouldn't you want that? Look at how much Battle Royale is getting players. Give me $1 billion, I will make you a game just as good as it. It's gonna pop out, you're gonna love it. Give me your money. So Sony and Lego accepted the deal, waiting to see what Fortnite cooks for them. A little bit after that, Disney joined in as well. Have you seen the player count on all of these other game modes that other companies have funded to be made? Rocket Racing, where Epic had to buy a whole studio for it. It died in a single month. Fall Guys Creative, who Fortnite also bought an entire studio for it. It basically got forgotten from the first day it was released. Lego Fortnite, the most expensive part of the Metaverse, with $1 billion spent on it. And exactly the game that was set to destroy the Fortnite live event team, so they work on it instead. As at the start, it was actually doing pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But then the people who played it felt like, hey, this game there is basically just nothing to do in it. It's like so undercooked and so boring. You can't really dig down, and the building mechanics are kinda terrible compared to Minecraft. Then the building limit completely ruins the creativity and the fun of it. Why would I play this when Minecraft exists and is like 1,000, 1,000,000,000 times a better game? Something that I actually even hear people say right now. So LEGO also lost 90% of its players in a single month, becoming just as successful as Save the World. Rest in peace, my goat. This whole idea of other companies paying Epic Games for them to make hundreds of new games was the most important idea of the Metaverse. Yet it was also exactly the part that horribly failed, because the idea was Epic hoping that LEGO gets amazing player numbers, so they get to show that to other companies like for example Microsoft, and be like, hey, do you see this LEGO we made because LEGO paid us to? And it's like getting so many players, people love it, it's like so cool, so amazing. Now, pay me $1 billion right now so I make one of those for you too. Do it. Don't know. Look. And now do it. Not even a single company has made a partnership deal with Epic for the Metaverse since then. Ooh, that kinda hurts. Almost like those same companies like LEGO, I don't know, Sony or Microsoft, instead of $1 billion, they could take only $200 million and make God of War, or make, I don't know, Red Dead Redemption, make Elden Rings. These are the games you can make only with $200 million. And this is the garbage you can get for $1 billion. This part of the Metaverse idea basically failed horribly, and it was the main thing that Team Suni was excited for too. That is exactly why suddenly out of nowhere, you don't hear Team Suni coming out being like, ah yes, Metaverse, my beloved. No, they're divorced.
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
But why exactly did all of these game modes fail to perform as good as they should have for like the $1 billion that was spent on them? Because of 3 main points: focusing on a buzzword rather than good ideas to work on, making other companies take partial control over your game, and most importantly, what I like to call the China of gaming. Metaverse is nothing but a buzzword, a dystopian, unrealistic, extremely greedy idea of being the one to control people's everyday, rather than those people spending time in real life with friends, going outside, touching some grass, enjoying their day. Every single most popular game or movie out there was created by a person who just wanted to let their creativity just go wild, come up with the coolest things ever that are never done before. Then on the other side also make money from them so they can have a good life too. That has been the core way of making games and movies for like since the beginning. It has always been about the art, the magic, and like the entertainment value, because people like to be shocked and impressed by the games that they play. Don't give them that feeling like in Lego Rocket Racing and all of those, and they're gonna be like, why am I wasting my time? We got Elden Ring, we got GTA 6, we got Marvel Rivals, we got movies for me to watch, we got all of these things. Why would I play Lego? Metaverse is chasing a word, an idea of too much power and money, while the games made for it are basically mostly meaningless. It doesn't matter if they're actually amazing, if they're actually innovative, nah, they just need to exist. What matters is that this obsession with the word Metaverse itself, rather than passion or creativity to make something that becomes love for the rest of your life, like Fortnite Chapter 1 or Elden Ring. But now the worst part, the part that I hate so much, is this idea of Fortnite Metaverse is to copy every single game that exists and just paste it into Fortnite. It's not to come up with unique game ideas never done before, chasing actual good games to create. It's rather like, let's steal the success of this game for ours instead. Get it under Fortnite, because it's so much easier to just copy other people than actually innovate and come up with new cool ideas. That is exactly why I say that Fortnite Metaverse is basically the China of gaming. What was China super popular for? The fact that they used to copy and paste every single popular product and just make like exact copy of them. But oh wait, maybe that's changed. Let's look at Fortnite now. Copy Guitar Hero, paste. Copy Minecraft, paste. Copy CSGO, paste. Copy Disneyland from real life and then make a game out of it. Why? The entire idea of Metaverse is not to come up with actual good games to make in Fortnite. It's nothing but copy-paste every single successful game out there like Minecraft and everything and hope to God that Battle Royale success like brings some players into games too. Like, don't you see how like popular Battle Royale is? Don't you want to try these other games too? No, I don't want to. They suck. Yet the only games that actually did succeed were either like a mini battle royale or the past of Fortnite battle royale itself, which goes like completely against the idea of Metaverse. Like one of them is just a mini version of what we already had, and the other one is just the past of what we already had. This is not Metaverse. Metaverse was supposed to be like copying other games. Now we're copying ourselves? And also, almost like in a battle royale game, instead of Lego or I don't know, racing, people would rather play games with guns. People wanna shoot people because it's Fortnite. People play Fortnite for Fortnite, not for racing. That's why it succeeded. Because it's Fortnite. The whole reason why the metaverse of Fortnite failed is because of this very idea, copy and paste. Most games out there are popular because they come up with a unique and new idea, or because they're better than every other version of themselves. So let me, the detective professor lore, bring some more examples for you. We got tens of Overwatch clones and not a single one could survive or even compete with them. The only one who did and actually kinda killed Overwatch was Marvel Rivals. Why is that? Because it's not a copy-paste. Because it innovated, it brought the next generation of the hero shooters and it has its own identity. The destruction physics, the crazy things that happen mid-game, the team-up powers, making you finish your battle pass any season you like. You buy it and you have it forever, don't worry. So Overwatch could only be defeated by a game 10 times better than itself. Call of Duty has had many clones of itself made and even one recently. Yet all of those clones died because people much rather play the original best version of those games. Let's talk about Fortnite Battle Royale itself. So many Battle Royales try to copy the success of this game. What happened to them? I don't see all of those Battle Royale games anymore. Well, because all of them died. They just like lived for a tiny short amount of time and then bye-bye, never see you, or they're just like doing horribly right now. And the reason why all of those Battle Royale games are performing so horribly right now is because Fortnite is still the best version of Battle Royales out there. There is not a single one better than Fortnite. Because again, people rather only play the best version of a game in a category. That's the only thing that matters. Lego is not the best version of a survival game. Rocket racing is nowhere near the best version of a racing game. And Festival, honestly that one is the only good one. Festival is genuinely kinda banger. Ballistic is nowhere near as good as CSGO. And that's exactly why every single one of these games after their hype era, they just die. As long as Fortnite tries to be a copy of other games, it will never succeed. While again, the only ones that are actually doing well are the ones that are directly connected to Battle Royale. One of them is a mini Battle Royale, the other one is the past of Battle Royale. But then if you wanna call that a metaverse, then let's call Call of Duty a metaverse too, because they also have something like Reload. They have a battle royale, they have a story mode, they have zombies, they have multiplayer. Then why is not Call of Duty called a metaverse? They're doing it like 10 times better than Fortnite. Their games are so much better. Because Call of Duty in the past understood the right way to think. Yes, it is the right choice to make to have multiple game modes in your game. That's obvious. Who wouldn't want that? But not to satisfy like a buzzword like metaverse. Not at all. More so to have multiple good ideas in the same game. An action-packed fun arcade story mode that can only be found in Call of Duty. A fast-paced multiplayer experience with many different modes that you can again only find in Call of Duty. A zombies experience that was simply made because it was a good idea that the game's developers came up with, not because let's do a metaverse, so why not have a PvE game? No, because the devs just were like, wait a second, we could do something cool, we could just mess around, it might be fun, who knows? And it actually was fun. Because they didn't do it because of a buzzword called Metaverse. They did it because of the fun of it. And not because they want to copy every single other game that exists for the Metaverse. This right here is how you do multiple game modes in your PvP game. This is how you do it. Not like Fortnite being like, Metaverse, wow, Metaverse, Metaverse. Let's just copy every single game that exists and not cook ourselves. Who cares about brain? Who cares about creativity, innovation? Nuh-uh. Copy, paste. paste, copy. Copy, copy, paste, paste. Woo! So let's now find out how much money Fortnite has wasted on this metaverse idea. And after that, Professor Detective Lore is gonna show you what else Fortnite could have made with that amount of money. As Tim Sweeney said himself, billions of dollars were spent to fight against Apple because of Fortnite Metaverse. Because he doesn't feel like Metaverse can succeed if Apple keeps taking the 30% cut. So we know that definitely more than $1 billion spent on it. So let's say be like gentle, be like nice. $1.5 billion wasted here. They also had to buy all of Fall Guys and Rocket League so they can bring those into Fortnite Metaverse, while both of those are already forgotten. That's $400 million plus $200 million, which makes $600 million. $1 billion was spent by Sony, then Disney and Lego for Epic to make them game modes. And since the metaverse is mostly performing horribly, especially in that part, all of that money was basically wasted, which is $3 billion. Now, something that I'm directly against, something that caused hundreds of Fortnite devs to lose their job. That's the fact that every year Fortnite is paying around $350 million to the UEFN creators like Metaverse, Blue, and The Pit. The purest type of garbage slop I have seen, making more money, like spend more money on them than Elden Ring, God of War, the same amount of GTA V.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
And just think about that, God of War took like 4 years to be made. So like this money, this 350 million is going out every single year. That's 4 times 350 million. That's gonna be more than $1 billion if it was God of War time. If 4 years of God of War would be billions of dollars given to The Pit and Red vs. Blue, and the money could have been taken to make Elden Ring, God of War, I don't know, another Marvel rivals, but no, The Pit is so much better. Or no, Red vs. Blue, so much better. Look at this AI generated like garbage, so much better than Elden Ring, God of War, all of those amazing banger games that took less money to make than creative maps. And so far it has been 2 years, so that's like 700 million total. And I'm not even gonna bring up how much money Fortnite lost because they're not on Apple anymore. All those people that could have bought skins, there's probably gonna be like, I don't know, at least 200 million money just wasted. Focusing on only the things I said and not any of the other wasting money things, that goes up. That goes rounded together to $5.8 billion. $5.8 billion, and give me $1 billion of that and my entire life would be changed. $5 billion wasted on this garbage. You could have bought an entire country with that much money, and you wasted it on the metaverse. This is killing me. Why did I choose to make this video? It's torture. I'm gonna die. This is basically by far the most expensive gaming project like of all time. While it's being wasted on nothing but just like copy paste of every single game. Copy Minecraft, copy CSGO, copy this, that, and that's it. That is the most expensive project ever. Copy paste. The thing that is on your computer. So here is where my shiny brain, my amazing massive giga brain is gonna come in, and I'm gonna tell you what exactly Fortnite could have made with that 5.8 or something billion dollars. God of War, as I said, took only 200 million to be made. Black Myth Wukong took like less than 100 million. GTA 5 only around like 350 million. Elden Ring 200 million. You can't tell me that the metaverse weird idea is better than all of these games I just said. That they were made like with less than 10% of the money that was went to metaverse. Now on to my ideas. I do like UEFN. I do feel like it's a good idea to let people make their own maps and everything. But the part that I'm extremely against is that yearly payout that should be spent on Fortnite itself instead. While instead of wasting so much that money, do what Roblox does. Let the map makers themselves learn how to make money through selling things in the game or asking players to support them. Or maybe even sell some of the game modes they make if they think is worthy enough for that. Because the current payout system only supports the people who make garbage slop that is meant to like maximum player time and not at all any personality, any like creativity, anything crazy. No. Let's just make the same thing that we were able to actually make in Creative 1.0. That's my issue with UEFN right now, with the horrible like payout system. While the maps that actual love and passion have gone to, since they're not meant to be played like 24/7 like the pit and things, they're mostly like making $0, even though they're like some of the coolest things ever. Which is why I say, this needs to go. This is horrible. It made so many devs lose their job. It's only the money is going to not crazy cool projects, but the pit and things like that. This needs to go. Instead, just like Roblox, make the map maker themselves learn how to make money, let them sell things, and that's actually a really good thing. Through that, you would make people more so support the maps that are actually well detailed, well designed, and actually they enjoy them a lot. Which would also reward the maps that like you're not supposed to play them every day. You could like buy that map or buy something in it to support the creator. And again, it would have made sure that 900 devs don't lose their job and they could have like still get paid. Like, my brain hurts. My brain hurts so much. Then I would have also not made Lego, no racing, no ballistic. Maybe Festival, because Festival does kind of fit Fortnite. Fortnite has always had like a music personality to it, like a music culture. Instead of those, I would still make Reload or OG Fortnite, because those have always been needed in the game. Those are not just Metaverse or anything. Those are just normal game modes that even Call of Duty has. Of course Fortnite should have them. I would make 3 new games in Fortnite and no more. So that would be Battle Royale, this game, this third game, and so on. After that, I wouldn't really make any more unless I genuinely have the budget and the developer power to do so. Or if I come up with a genuinely banger idea like Marvel Rivals or Call of Duty Zombies. The games I would make are first of all Fortnite Open World, something we have needed since day one. This idea is basically focused on how Fortnite is an omniverse with many different realities within it. And the open world game mode would be traveling between those realities. Then after you land on worlds filled with monsters designed as good as Clumbos, then you could try to turn those monsters into your pets, go around with them, fight with them, or just like try to kill those monsters and kind of get loot from them. Then gathering money with doing storyline missions in those worlds so you can buy better flying vehicles or even cars with them. Or buy yourself better weapons and gadgets or even powers to use in the game so you kind of feel like a superhero. Basically build your own character, create amazing gear for yourself, going super powerful, crazy, fighting monsters or enemies, just having lots of fun. Then maybe you got a reality traveling spaceship that you can evolve it, make it way cooler with the money you have earned. After that, maybe your friends can join in to check out your spaceship and do like storyline missions together and just have tons of fun together. Or maybe there's gonna be a team deathmatch side in that game mode too, so all of the gears you have earned, the character you have built up, you can go into that team deathmatch with your character. Then fight other people with similar gear to you and just beat them. Have fun like flexing how powerful you are, how strong you are. That would be so much fun. Just lots of cool things to do when going into these realities and actually growing and building yourself a full-on character in this game. Then the more you play, the cooler your character becomes. Then every chapter you could add new realities to travel into, or every season you can make changes onto the realities that already exist. Add more weapons, add more superpowers and things like that. Just make the grinding in the game so much fun to go through. So we got Reality Zero itself, the Greek reality all found, and a lost jungle filled with secret treasures in it. The futuristic world of Mega and some of the corrupted, destroyed worlds of the last reality. And since Marvel, DC, Transformers, all of these are legit part of the Fortnite storyline. This is how you could have done the Metaverse the right way, which is what I'm gonna say right now. Make those companies pay you like $100 million instead of $1 billion. So you get to, with that money, create their own planets, their own like realities in the Fortnite open world, which would be like such a cool thing. That would be so much fun. Imagine like a DC reality or a Marvel reality, Transformers, things like that. Remember how Jones and the Imagine went into the Marvel 616 world to do lots of cool things in there. Now imagine in this Fortnite open world we get to do the same thing, going into Marvel 616 and seeing the Avengers Tower, all of the cool things in that place. Then getting to do storyline missions within them like fighting Thanos, Galactus or Doctor Doom, help out Iron Man himself and things like that. Or a DC reality traveling there to do the same thing. Or Transformers going into that world having a Transformer friend like Bumblebee to turn into a car so you can drive it and fight people with it. That would have been such a cool way to do a metaverse instead of like Lego rocket racing all of this garbage. We could have had a Transformers planet that you can like go inside of a Transformers and everything, fight Transformers. That would have been like so much fun. Or we could have had like a Marvel planet, so instead of like comics, we could have gotten those storylines in a planet in like Fortnite open world. Why didn't Fortnite come up with that? And they came up with this garbage. That's why I hate the metaverse idea so much, because there's just like so many better ideas that would have been like way more fun than this garbage. This is a dream come true game, something that actually has never existed before, which could have existed with the $5.8 billion that were wasted on Metaverse. An idea strong enough that I would say it would even compete with GTA 6 or even beat it, like an open world where you can go to like different realities. That's never done before. Imagine going to Marvel DC. I will play that way more than GTA 6 personally. And now just imagine how much that would have been cooler than all of the game modes we have gotten in Fortnite so far. And if we didn't get those game modes, this open world idea could have happened. This like masterpiece of an idea. Why do we have to become like the China of gaming when we could have become this? The most peak that has ever existed in gaming. Then for the final game mode, I would remake Save the World because that game genuinely has so much potential right now. Imagine Save the World with the modern new systems of like Battle Royale. That would have been so much more fun, so much better than, I don't know, Lego and things like that. Save the World deserves a remake. That game could be a masterpiece, like genuinely. Especially since a huge chunk of the Fortnite community does want Save the World to get love again, so they play it again, and Save the World could become one of the coolest games ever. These three games are what I would have rather have way more than like 100 sub garbage, terrible like half-ass garbage games. We could have had open world. We could have had like a team deathmatch that you go into with like your open world character and what you have built with it. Or we could have had like a remake of Save the World, things like that. That genuinely would have been so much more fun than 100 different games that are basically made just to like exist and they're not really that cool. While the game modes I talked about probably still wouldn't be like $5.8 billion expensive to make, allowing live events and weekly map changes to still happen in Battle Royale, unlike right now. Basically a win-win for everyone. We get new game modes, some of the coolest things ever, maybe even cooler than Battle Royale. Then we also get the storyline is still there, the weekly map changes are still there, both sides win. Why do we have to fight that like Fortnite either has to be focused on the gameplay or the story when we could genuinely have both of them? If Epic Games stop like wasting money on fighting Apple, give like 300 million for no reason to random people, they could keep that. They could stop like making random game modes that nobody needs and instead make like open world, things like that. Focus on 4 game modes and no more. We don't need 100 game modes. We only need 4. And if you do that, this storyline would also have a chance to still keep shining. We will still get live events like weekly map changes. Why not have both? That's why I'm mad right now. What is the reason to only have gameplay? Or what would be the reason to only have storyline? No, I want both of them, and it's possible if Epic Games stop like wasting so much damn money. This is the reason why I hate the idea of Metaverse, because it's just doing nothing than burning money. American gaming companies waste too much money, and people need to like focus on that. People need to go against every time they see like a gaming company is just like throwing cash into the fire. No, stop that. Cook. Make us actually genuinely good games instead. We don't need Fortnite to become a less successful version of Roblox, or a much worse Minecraft, or basically, as I said before, the China of gaming. All we need is Fortnite having its own true identity, coming with game ideas that have never been done before. Just like they did with the building battle royale or live events or weekly map changes, something that no one else did before Fortnite, or they did it as good as Fortnite did. And we need the Fortnite UI to scream that you're playing playing Fortnite, you're playing the best game ever, not a mobile game. Just like exactly what Marvel Rivals does, that game's UI is gorgeous. It's like the best UI I've ever seen. Then a UI that doesn't scream that you're playing a clone of Roblox. Making a game has never been or will never ever be about a buzzword like Metaverse. It is only about art bringing beautiful banger ideas into reality for the player's experience. Then if you agree with this video, please like and share it with your friends. Then tell other YouTubers to also watch this video and react to it so they can also give their thought on it. Detective Professor Lore now has some Marvel Rivals thing to do, so like, I have to go now. Go, shoo, go beat the Metaverse, smack it. I need to go. Bye!